Recruiting, may I help you?
Yeah, hi, my name's Mac. I'm calling about a local position you have out of Appaloosa, Arkansas.
You mean your name is Mac like the truck?
Excuse me? You must have a death wish, son. No, not like the truck. You wouldn't catch me dead in one of those pieces of shit. You kidding me?
Okay,
I
sure.
drive a long-nosed Pete, brother.
Okay. You got a long nose?
Yeah, I got a long-nosed Pete. That's what I drive. It's got a Detroit engine in it.
Oh, I thought you said... I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. So are you driving right now, sir? It sounded like you said you have a long nose, and your name was Pete.
Yeah, I'm driving. That's right. I'm driving right now.
Yeah.
But let's just get the deal-breaker question out of the way right now.
Well, let me ask you first off. You've called recruiting. Are you a driver looking for a job?
Isn't that what I just said? I just said I was calling about the job at Appaloosa, the local driving job.
Okay, go ahead, sir. What's
okay?
What's the,
all right? I ain't driving no Mac. I ain't driving no sissy truck. I'll tell you that right now. You got automatics or you got standard? You better have 10-speed. What you got? What you got?
We got 10s and 13s.
Okay.
You know how to shift? Can you shift a truck?
I don't drive anything but a Pete, so I'm hoping that's if you got anything other than a Pete, this conversation's over right now.
We got Peterbilts, of course.
Oh, you got Pete's? Okay. All right. Let's keep talking.
It's really Freightliner. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So what is your name, sir, since it's not Mac?
My name's Mac, son. My friends call me Mac. Are you my friend?
Well, I can be. Are you going to come to work for us?
Well, right now I'm just exploring my options. I'm testing the water, see what's out there, because, I've been with this company for a long time now, about 10 years, and I don't need a job. I'm looking around.
All right, Mr. Mac, let me ask you a couple questions. All right.
Go ahead.
You said you already told me you have at least 10 years of experience because you're with this. You've been driving for them for 10 years, or you just been working there? Have you been actually driving for them?
I've been driving a tractor trailer since you were just a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's cool. So you've been driving a long time then, Mac.
Same company, 10 years.
Do you have any?
I've been driving for 45 years.
Wow. God love you. Do you have any accidents in the last 3 years, Mac?
Well, I did have a little fender bender, but before we get into that, I got to ask a few more questions because I don't want to waste your time or my time. We got to make sure that you're the right fit for me.
Go ahead. Let's hear your question. What do you got for me?
Okay. Well, this is a union job. I'm paid hourly. I make $35 an hour plus overtime.
Mm-hmm.
I work Monday through Friday. I do not work on weekends, and I will not drive at night, son. My vision is not so good. I'm an older man, and I am not driving at night. I want to get that right out there.
Okay, we'll give you day hours.
All right. Sounds good. Now, here's the other thing. I will not work on weekends.
Okay.
Or holidays.
We know.
Right now.
Go ahead.
What's that?
I said we don't work weekends here.
Okay. All right.
Or holidays.
Now, I've been with this company for a long time, but I came back about a week ago. I was out on workman's comp for like 14 months.
You really? What'd you injure?
I twisted my knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been out 14 months?
They had a mandatory company meeting on my day off, and I wasn't about to go in because they weren't going to pay me. So. And
you've been collecting?
Apparently, they handed out those spikes, those things that go over your shoes, over your boots, keep you from slipping on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't there. I didn't get a pair. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's their fault.
So you don't have a pair?
No, I'm not going to wear those things.
Okay. So 14 months ago you got hurt. Was it you got hurt on the job, and
That's right.
And you said that you do have an accident, and that's in the last 3 years. A fender bender. Was it your fault or not?
Technically, I guess you could say it was.
Right. Okay. So tell me about the fender bender. I mean, we can deal with fender benders.
Well, They said I was following too close, but here's the deal. All right, it's bullshit. You know the way these four-wheelers are out there. If some bitch came flying around me and hit his brakes, they said I was following too close with a rear-end collision. But I'm telling you, you can call my old supervisor right now. I'll give you his cell phone number. He's going to tell you it's bullshit. All right. Now he ain't with the company no more, but old Jeb and I go way back.
Right. Okay. So
he'll verify everything I'm telling you.
What was anybody hurt in this accident?
That's the funny part. Oh, they weren't hurt until the lawyer got a hold of them, and suddenly their back hurts. Yeah, right. They target tractor trailers. That's exactly what happened.
Was anybody towed away at the scene?
Yeah, both the truck and the car were both towed away.
Mm-hmm. Was there video? Does it prove that you were innocent?
I do not know the answer to that, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we can check into that. I mean, if it's not your fault, then obviously you would be hireable. But nobody was killed, and they developed an injury after they seen big dollar signs for a trucking company. That's what it's
now, every Thursday at 1 o'clock, I do have to go for physical therapy on my knee. I just want to get that out of the way.
Yeah, we'll give you Thursdays off.
All right. And so one other thing. I pick up my granddaughter from school on Tuesdays.
And we'll give you
it on my lunch break. See, I'm union.
Yeah.
So we get a half hour for lunch. We clock out, but I still get paid for that half hour now. That's part of the union contract. Even though I'm off the clock, I do it because the DOT requires it.
Okay.
But on Tuesdays between 12 and 1 o'clock, I will not be available.
Okay, we'll give you Tuesdays and Thursdays off, and we'll pay you.
I usually park the tractor and the trailer over at Walmart, the parking lot over there on State Street, and my wife picks me up from there, and then we go pick up my granddaughter together.
That's fine. Tuesdays and Thursdays off with pay, no weekends.
That is non-negotiable, sir.
Yep, you got it. Absolutely. So we'll work you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on now. I didn't say yes. I already told you earlier. I'm exploring my options. My wife's got a spreadsheet. She's writing everything down. We're going to look at the pros and cons before we decide who gets me.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Sound like a real catch.
We on the same sheet of music?
Yeah. Can you?
Are you tracking? Are you listening?
I can smell what you're stepping in, man. Go ahead.
All right. So, getting back to the truck. What's it governed at?
It's wide open, triple digits.
Well, I'm glad you said that because mine's governed at 72, and I ain't real happy with that.
I hear you.
I know it's a lot of city driving, but, I don't like having my truck neutered. Let's just say that.
So, Mac, I got a question for you. Did you get a ticket for that accident? You said they said you were following too close. Did you get an actual ticket for it?
I did, but my lawyer's still fighting it.
Okay.
So,
when was the accident? How long ago? 14 months?
It was 14 months ago.
Yeah.
Right before I hurt my knee.
Isn't that interesting? So you had the accident, hurt your knee, and you haven't been fired for it, or you were fired? Were you fired from the job?
They can't fire me. I'm in the union.
That is true. That is true. Union people are,
Oh, it better be a union job we're talking about.
Oh yeah, we'll make it union for you. We'll turn the union. We're union. Yes. Yep. We are now.
I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
Wait.
You sound like a recruiter just telling me what I want to hear.
No, I'm not one of those recruiters. Say, Bob, are we union today? Yeah. Say yeah. Yeah. We just went union today, sir, Mr. Mack. We're union.
Let me just tell you why I'm looking, because obviously, sounds like I got a good job here, but
yeah, 35 an hour.
Came back a week ago. They got rid of Bob, my dispatcher, and they hired some a-hole. And he and I don't see eye to eye. And I'm telling you right now, if he messes with me one more time, we're going to be doing the man dance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I hope your dispatcher's not an a-hole.
He's not. Oh no, he's a good guy. He'll do anything you need. Yeah.
I'm real easy to get along with.
Hey, Mac, do you ride Harleys?
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just pulling up to the gate. Hold on. I said open the gate. You speak English? Damn foreigners. Every time I come here, same shit. Anyway, what was your question?
I said, do you ride Harleys? You go to football? You go to concerts? Anything like that?
No, sir, I do not.
What do you do for entertainment?
I spend time with my grandmother, my granddaughter, and my wife.
Okay.
That's what I do on my time off.
Well, your new dispatcher, he's a really good guy. He loves
I also have a flower garden that I attend to.
Okay. Well, your new dispatcher, he is actually a horticulture guy, and he loves grandkids. And, you know, if we tell him, he'll come over your house, and he'll play with the kids and help you with the garden.
I don't know. I'm very protective of my granddaughter now. I don't know if I feel comfortable with a stranger coming around. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you get to know him, and you know, if he dispatches you during the day, we'll have him come over on the weekends and on your Tuesday and Thursdays, maybe while you're picking up the kids and all, he could be in there weeding the garden for you. Because, you know, that's what we'll do that for every one of our drivers.
Well, my old dispatcher, the guy I got along with before, sometimes he'd have a hot load for me to pick up. So he'd actually, on his lunch break, go pick up my granddaughter for me. So
yeah, oh yeah, we'll have Bob doing that for you here. Absolutely, anything you need. And actually, once a month we come to your house and we bake you cookies and tuck you in at night. It's kind of like a little company policy.
Oh, you're just joshing with me now. I know it.
No, I'm serious. We do that. That's we take care of our drivers. Absolutely.
You gonna put that in writing?
Of course, I'll put it in writing. And it's a 389 Peterbilt extended cab, custom made. So I mean, honestly, what more could you want here? Full benefits from day one.
It sounds all right.
Yeah. So
I'll have to discuss it with my wife before I make a final decision, but.
yeah.
And I know I was out for 14 months, but, son, I've been driving my whole life. Matter of fact, I grew up in a truck. My granddaddy, he owned a trucking company. He owned, excuse me, he owned a tanker.
Got that smoker's cough.
Septic tanks. He drained out septic tanks. So, you know, I've been in the shit for a long time, son. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No pun intended. No pun intended.
I hear you. So Mac, what you're wanting the job in Arkansas? You're definitely wanting us because you know you've heard we pay a lot more an hour than $35 an hour. We've got the truck you want. We've got the home time. We've got the schedule worked out. We're gonna have the dispatcher help you with the garden and babysit a little bit. Is there anything else that I can do to get you to come aboard?
Well, first of all, we never did discuss the rate.
Oh,
I said 35 is what I'm making plus overtime after 8, and I haven't heard anything back from you about that.
we pay straight overtime.
Right from the as soon as you log in, you're getting overtime.
Yeah, we're at $80 an hour.
I got to think about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. And you have 10 drops a day because you want the local job, right? You want to be home every day?
Can you get me a Hearst shifter?
Of course. I'll get you a Hearst shifter.
Done deal. All right.
Yeah.
I don't even have to check with the OA. I don't need permission. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I thought you were the man in the house. I was actually getting ready to call my wife to see if she'd negotiate for me with your wife. Yeah.
Oh, you think that's funny, do you?
Oh, Mac, I was just kidding with you, buddy.
I know you were.
What color?
You're just a Jasper.
What color Pete do you want? I've got all colors.
I like powdered blue.
I got one.
Can you put some nice lights on the side for me?
Oh, yeah. What color you want?
Well, I've seen those LEDs, those fancy LEDs out there that change colors. You can decide which color you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you get that, the color changing ones?
I got a question for you. First off, so you are going to come with us. You said you don't really have to talk to her anymore, right? You're definitely coming.
Whoa! Hold on, I didn't say that.
Well, you did. You said I don't have to. You said
I never said that.
Yeah. You said I don't have to ask her. I'm gonna sign up.
Well, I don't have anything in writing yet. Well, I want everything in writing. My lawyer's got to look at it too.
I got a better question for you. Well, first off, you got a falling too close. Do you have any other tickets?
Yeah, what?
Do you have any other moving violations besides the following too close in the accident?
I had a couple speeding tickets, but who doesn't get those?
How many you got?
2.
All in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
Or are they minor tickets?
Well, the one might be older than 3. Let's see. I got it in August of last year.
Yeah, that's over 3. That's over 3.
It's not older than 3 years.
Oh, August of last year, I'm pretty sure that's close. But so were they under 15, like just small tickets?
Supposedly, the one was supposed to be knocked down to a 14. I'm not really sure if they did or not. I haven't had any problems anywhere I've called, because I've called a bunch of places looking around, trying to find the best deal for me. And
okay.
So far, no one's called me back.
Yeah.
And said it was a problem.
Oh, I'll get you in. Don't worry about that.
Now, the other ticket, it was bullshit, dude. Some trucker knocked the speed limit sign down. It was flat on the ground. It went from 65 to 45. I tried fighting it, but you know the way it is. You can't beat City Hall.
Oh, yeah. So, do you have any DUIs, any felonies, any misdemeanors, any of that stuff?
Well, I got myself in a little trouble when I was a youngster. Everyone had a little bit of problem here and there.
Okay. Kind of problem did you have? Drugs?
No.
Nothing sexual.
Just drugs, son.
Nothing sexual, I hope.
Well, technically, no. Are you familiar with the term lot lizard?
I'm pretty sure I am.
All right. Well, I was at a truck stop, and this old lot lizard, she looked like she was about 30, but she told me she was 19. But, yeah, apparently she wasn't 19.
Okay.
I got, a little slap on the wrist for that.
Right. Do you have to register?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I have to go to a meeting once a month for that. It's bullshit. But I can schedule that on my time off. I'll see if I can do that on weekends. But if I can't, I'll let you know.
Okay. We're fine. We'll take you. All right. Well, when do you want to start, Mac?
When can I start?
You start tomorrow if you want. We'll get you on a plane.
Well, I don't believe in giving 2 weeks' notice, especially to a company like this that decided to hire that jerk.
Yeah, nobody gives 2-week notices, Mac.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I'll tell you what. I'll be in. Where's the orientation at?
It's right there in Little Rock.
All right. How are you going to get me there?
How do you
My
want?
car broke down.
We'll put you on a plane.
You're going to put me on a plane to Little Rock?
Mm-hmm. Or are you?
Can't you just rent me a car?
Yeah, we'll rent you a car. What do you want?
Well, I prefer something larger, like an SUV.
You got it.
All right. I won't get a speeding ticket. Don't worry. Can I bring my wife with me to orientation?
In the class or just to the hotel?
Oh, I forgot to ask. I know this is kind of a silly question, but you probably don't get asked this one that much on local jobs. But what's your pet policy?
Any pet.
Because I got a little Chihuahua. He likes to ride along with me.
Yeah, bring the little guy.
Now, he's never peed in the truck, so you got nothing to worry about. He ain't going to mess up your truck.
Okay, good. Good.
All right, sounds like a winner.
All right. Well, welcome aboard, big guy. I'll send you an application, get it filled out for me, and we'll go ahead and get everything processed, and we'll get you in a day or so if that's okay with you.
Now, do they do a hair follicle?
We don't have to. Should I avoid the hair follicle? Like you just?
I would prefer the urinalysis if I had my druthers.
Yeah, we definitely can do a urinalysis.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's shake hands on this deal. Get this thing rolling, brother.
You got it, big guy. And you're not still collecting the workers' comp, are you?
That's the reason I'm back to work. The money ran out.
Okay, good. All right, well, we're happy to have you, man. You sound like a great hire. right, so in the news.
In the news, we need to have like a little ding, ding, ding.
Now, well, actually, just a couple little things I want to talk about. So listen to this. It's kind of a weird story coming out of Pennsylvania. It says, Texas trucker back in Union County to face homicide charges.
Just weird.
Okay. He allegedly murdered a model out of New York. Okay. And this is kind of weird. His name is Tracy Ray Rollins is what this guy's name is. It says, okay, so this was in Lewisburg. You know where Lewisburg is? It's not far from State College and all that. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's more near Milton, Pennsylvania. Remember we used to deliver up there to the Wise Markets and all that stuff? Sunbury, Milton and all that?
Yeah.
That's where Lewisburg's up in that area. In fact, the Lewisburg, I think there's a state prison in Lewisburg where I used to deliver meats and stuff. It's like a federal prison. Are you listening to me? You with me? Okay.
I am.
So it says an over-the-road truck driver is accused of killing a woman at an Interstate 80 ramp earlier this month is in the Union County Prison without bail. Tracy Ray Rollins, Jr., 28, was arraigned Tuesday on charges of homicide and abuse of a corpse following his return. Now listen to this. It says, Rollins said nothing as he was escorted from the state police at Williamsport. Now, you know where that's at, where the Little League World Series is at. Got a phone call coming in. I should put him on the show, but I'm not going to. Anyway, so it says he was arraigned there in Lewisburg. He's actually from Dallas, Texas. It says he was advised by Judge Jeffrey Mensch the maximum penalty is homicide for this, but the district attorney said actually it's really not a death penalty. Now it says his reason for denying bail is because where he murdered everybody, he has no connections or ties to the area. So it actually makes sense. You commit a crime in an area where you know nobody, but when they let you out on bail, you're not supposed to leave the state or leave the area. Mm-hmm. So he would want to go back to Dallas probably and kind of get lost. Who knows? But anyways, we've talked about this before. Actually, let me just finish it. It says he's charged with killing a young lady named Rebecca Landreth. She was 47-year-old. She was a model that lived in New York City. Said her body was found by the Pennsylvania State of Transportation. So the DOT, a DOT worker found her along 80 eastbound near the Mile Run interchange. Now, it says she sustained multiple gunshot wounds to her face, neck, and chest area, plus 2 in her hand, which of course would have been defensive. Mm-hmm. 18 bullets total she was shot with. Now here's how he got caught. And it's interesting. They put it in here. It says, let me just drop down to where it says what it says. It's remarkable, he said, commenting on the investigators were able to identify the victim and the suspect so quickly. Here's how it would happen. It said Landreth did not have any identification on her, but investigators found in her jacket, right in her pocket, it said a cell phone with an email address along with receipts from a business. So that was in her pocket. It said a lot of incredible work went into the case, Shadle said, citing that all the state police divisions that were involved. According to the arrest affidavit, he had met the woman named Leslie. So they already know he met her at a truck stop in Milford, Connecticut. And it said she actually traveled with him. Information was obtained from Milford police that Landreth had made hotel reservations in December under the name Leslie Myers, the document states. Now, according to Rollins, Leslie accompanied him to Maine, then back to Connecticut, then to Brooklyn, New York, and Wisconsin, where he picked up a load to be delivered in Maine. There's a picture of her right there. Beautiful woman. And he says, using the receipts, here's how they did it. Using the receipts they found in the woman's pockets and Rollins' cell phone records, police said they traced his travel from Wisconsin to Maine with the stop at the Mile interchange from 12:11 to 12:26 a.m. Because of this, the discovery of brain and flesh-like material bullet holes and casings. It appears the shooting occurred in the cab of Rollins' truck. You guys out there, whether you're a truck driver or not, you're committing crimes out there. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to get caught with the cell phones and cameras and document. It's almost like you forget something. And then what it does, it puts you there at a certain time. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened. This all went to where what they found in her pocket connected her to him. They looked at his records, and his records were literally at that interchange where her body was dumped for a short period of time. Mm-hmm. So that must have been probably the time where he dumped her body. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's almost an open and shut case to me. But, who knows, a good defensive lawyer made. What do you think of all that?
I'm actually flabbergasted.
Yeah, me too.
For multiple reasons. When you're reading his charges, mm-hmm. it also said about doing something to the corpse of the body. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. At first I thought he shot her outside of his cab, but then after you were reading it and said that they found bodily material inside the cab, then I'm like, okay, that might be why the corpse issue where he removed it from his cab and put it outside.
Right.
But then I'm also confused because she has two names. So she was changing her identity at one point to be with him. I don't understand that. Was she...
I don't know if she was wanting to be with him. She was just maybe... It sounds to me like...
She traveled with him. I mean, unless he kept her against... kidnapped her and kept her out against her will. But why would she make hotel reservations underneath a different name? That's what I'm just kind of confused about.
Well, because, see, that if she was, say, kidnapped, that those... Usually they're so scared they'll go along with whatever the guy with the threatening gun or whatever tells her to do. In fact, for years, some people have been kidnapped and they could have walked away, but they didn't because they were afraid. Mm-hmm. So you really don't know what's going to play out with this. Was she kidnapped or was she, like you said, did they meet up and maybe go on the road together? I don't know, but I know this. Shooting someone 18 times in your cab is going to get you life in prison for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, that's horrible. It's horrible to commit that kind of crime no matter what, but there's some serious issues that guy had. He don't need to be out in society right now.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll, prayers for the family and hopefully they'll heal. And let's move on. I've got, here we go. I just wanted to touch on this. You remember a couple weeks ago you had the deadly pile up in Fort Worth, Texas. Mm-hmm. And, we talked about CBs and everything, mm-hmm. And a lot of people, I got to tell you, I put out a podcast. You weren't here that day. I put a podcast out by myself actually. And, I talked a lot about the CB mm-hmm. and, maybe it wouldn't stop every pile up, but the severity of it would have been 100% less. And, we know that the famous pileup in Wyoming, how it took each trucker, some of them for a minute, and you can travel for many miles. And if they would have been warned, they would have never, I believe 100% Fort Worth, a lot of it could have been less severe. Mm-hmm. I understand that the roads weren't taken care of right. This is what they're saying by Texas
Department of the Transportation, the maintenance, the road maintenance people.
Yeah,
they weren't up, taking care of it to help prevent the black ice or I know up north they use maybe ashes or salt, and then there's some places that use sand. When down here, if something like that would happen, they would probably use sand because we don't have
that's the rumor going around. And now, if that is the case, the CB still could have helped the guys that came in later, but it wouldn't have helped anybody, obviously, on bridges that are just black ice. That's not going to help anybody because that pileup happens quick. But still, if one of the things about CBs, okay, is it warns you what's 5 seconds ahead, and that's what we're trying to really put that message out to everybody. I want to read this real quick. It says. 6-vehicle crash on I-24 east near Nashville. This happened the other day. It says a deadly crash involving 6 vehicles closed the portion of Interstate 24 eastbound near I-65 in Nashville Tuesday. The collision was reported around 10 a.m. at mile marker 44. It says 1 tractor trailer and 5 other vehicles were involved in the wreck. Now, it says Metro Police said that 59-year-old Lewis Mader of 10 Mile, Tennessee, was killed when her vehicle was rear-ended in slow-moving traffic on I-24. It says the driver of the semi, right? The driver of a semi, 65-year-old Alexandra Cowell, Koul, was taking the I-24 East split onto 65 and allegedly did apply his brakes before hitting a Nissan Armada, which then hit Mater's 2020 Wrangler. It says the chain reaction continued with the hitting of a pickup truck, and the truck then hit a second semi. Police said Cowell of West Palm Beach, Florida, reported that he had made a lane change just prior to the collision, but did not offer an explanation as to why he did not reduce his speed as he approached traffic, which was at a near standstill. So that's the question right there. Why all of a sudden are you not slowing down when traffic is really, because you and I both know when you're coming up on traffic, what do you see?
You see brake lights.
Amen. You see them everywhere, right?
Right.
You see a ton of brake lights, and therefore you're slowing down. So obviously they're asking him, and I think it later on goes into saying they're going to be checking the brakes to see if he did at least to try, because you never know, it could be something mechanical. You never can just deny that. But if it wasn't mechanical, then because they say 99% of every accident is because of distraction.
Right. Not paying attention in some form or another, not looking far enough ahead. You're putting your coffee back in the cup holder, your phone, anything at all. I mean, even something that you've seen on the side of the road and you glance over to the right. There's so many different things that they can consider a distraction.
Exactly. When I was a driver, Ruthann, the one thing that I truly watched for, this was before the cell phone era, I was always leery, especially in cities and hard traffic, of making sure that I didn't look down at all. Even like you said, to reach for a soda even. Mm-hmm. You can reach for a soda and in that split second look up and something's in front of you stopped.
Oh, no, 100%.
Right. So I was always really super cautious. But there is those times where like you and I were traveling, we come up over a hill and you go, brake lights, and this is out in the mountains somewhere. You can come to a traffic jam anywhere. This is why I want to talk to these guys about CB again. And I've been trying to tell everybody, do you know how easy it is? I know a lot of them, they're interviewing these guys, and a lot of them are more interested in being on the phone, on their cell phone, talking to their wife or somebody at home. It kind of passes the time. And so therefore, they really don't want a CB. A lot of them are trying to go, oh, you don't need a CB. That's bullshit. You need a CB. It's a tool, right? Is it a tool?
I agree.
Okay. So what I want to explain to these guys that have really never really worked with a CB, first off, you get a decent CB, at least a Cobra 29 or a Uniden, okay? And you get it what's called peaked and tuned. I'm going to keep telling these guys this. You get it peaked and tuned at a CB shop. It boosts the wattage in it so you can actually get out a few miles and you can hear a few miles. You buy an external speaker also for the CB so you can hear it really good. But here's a little trick you can do. You can pick up your cell phone, or you can be on your cell phone talking all you want. But what you do is you have your CB turned on channel 19 and you turn the squelch all the way back, and you turn the gain back a little bit and you adjust the squelch to where you can't hear anything going right, and to where you're not hearing a bunch of chatter that's out past, say, a mile. You can adjust it like that. And therefore, I could be on, let's say I'm driving down the road, I'm talking to you, right? Hey, Ruthann, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, babe?
I miss you.
I miss you too.
You really do, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, wait a second. I just heard something up ahead. Ruthann, I got to go. I just heard something. Click just like that. It's that simple. Other than that, I don't hear nothing. But all of a sudden, if there's an emergency up ahead, somebody says, back out of it, eastbound, there's an accident. Back out of it, somebody just lost something on the highway. Back out of it, there's a car broke down. Back out of it, there's something going on. Be careful, there's black ice. They're slipping in a slide. Back out of it, blah, 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 right? I could be on the phone with you, and I could have my volume turned all the way up, but I can't hear nothing because I have my squelch and my gain adjusted perfectly. But when that emergency comes across, now what do I hear? I hear Troy's life just got saved. Hey, baby, I got to go. I got to slow down because if I don't, I'm going to be in one of those stupid pileups for not having my damn CB. That's exactly what you can do with a CB, guys. You don't need to be out there just bullshitting on a CB, which I'll be honest with you, late at night when you're running with a driver that's going the same way and you could just talk and meet somebody, that's actually some really good camaraderie with other drivers.
Right.
We got to get back to that. You can learn things from other drivers. You can converse with other drivers, but more than anything, you can get your ass saved, okay, by other drivers
100%.
warning you.
100%.
And I wanted to mention that. Do you have anything else to add to this, Ruthann?
No, I agree. And here's the thing. If you only have it to where it's set, where you're only hearing things within your 2-mile bubble, you're not hearing the constant chatter because someone's already gone past you. It's really just to get you right then and get you awake and hearing what's going on in your 2-mile bubble. So you're not going to hear that constant, annoying stuff that people are trying to say that's why they went off the CB.
All right, Ruthann, we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace. Praise the Lord.